But first up, the big story that's developing this evening. Did the army in 2008 go wrong in accepting the contention of the Maharashtra anti-terror squad that Lt Colonel Purohit, a serving military intelligence officer, had terror links without carrying out its own detailed investigation? Testimonies by over 50 army personnel in an army court of inquiry that concluded last month suggest that the army may have acted in haste in handing him over to the ATS without conducting its own inquiry. Nitin Gokhale reports.
Four years ago, Lt Colonel Prasad Purohit was accused and arrested in a Hindu right-wing bomb blast at Malegaon, in which 6 people were killed. Now, many army officials and others have testified that Purohit was actually an infiltrator, not a conspirator in extremist groups. In fact, Colonel Purohit has always claimed that he had kept his bosses well informed about his activities while infiltrating into radical Hindu groups. This, he claimed, was part of his duties. While the army has to decide what action to take after these testimonies support Purohit's version, there are big lapses. Why did the army not follow up or share Purohit's tip-offs with any other agency on rising radical activities a good 8 months before the Malegaon blast? Why was the army in a hurry to let civilian agencies take over the probe, handing Purohit over within a week of the ATS naming him as one of the suspects? And why did neither the army nor civil agencies conduct a thorough probe? When contacted, army sources rejected Purohit's allegation that no proper investigation was done or that he was illegally handed over to the ATS. Finally, the army had to be ordered by the Armed Forces Tribunal to conduct a proper court of inquiry. That is, not in Purohit's absence. In fact, Colonel Purohit has accused a serving military intelligence colonel of having detained him illegally and even tortured him in collusion with civilian agencies like the ATS of Maharashtra. The army claims, however, that this colonel was deputed to liaise with the civilian agencies while Colonel Purohit was being questioned by the ATS. Even as army decides on Purohit's status, other accused in the Malegaon case like Sadhvi Pragya continue to be in detention and face prosecution. In New Delhi, Nitin Gokhale for NDTV.
Well, Nitin Gokhale now joins me to answer what is the most crucial question perhaps emerging from these details. Nitin, what does it mean for the investigations into the Malegaon case? They completely turn on their head now.
That's right. In fact, the NIA will have to now perhaps begin its probe afresh, because the Army Court of Inquiry will have to be taken into consideration. Although the NIA is conducting the probe after the ATS has handed over that case to NIA, they will have to really go deeper into that entire conspiracy angle and prove Lt Colonel Prasad Purohit's involvement in conspiring to conduct that blast in Malegaon in 2008, which killed 6 people, in which others like Pragya Sadhvi, Asimanand and others are involved, is what the NIA has charged. But remember, Prasad Purohit's court of inquiry has only been with the army. Now what stand NIA takes remains to be seen, and we are told that the NIA case is likely to come up in the Supreme Court in the coming month in July, and perhaps that will decide which way this case really goes and whether Prasad Purohit can prove himself to be an innocent as he claims, or he will be charged as guilty as the NIA and others have claimed. Maya?
Right, Nitin, thanks very much for joining us with those details. Clearly going to lead to some kind of a shake-up now as far as the ATS and the investigation into the Malegaon blast case is concerned. Of course, you will be tracking all those details, and we'll have them for our viewers when you do.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news in your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.